The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into the Local Show with Tom and Steve. Mostly Steve, but you'll get along just fine with the both of us.
Sure,
and
Tom.
We're very happy to have you along. It's the only bright and shining spot in Syracuse, which is not hard to accomplish.
It's not cold and squishy.
Yeah. Good golly. You know, and the past several Mother's Days, I've noted that it has been darn cold. There might be a little sunshine, but that's the day we like to also get plants. So, like, we'll go after a brunch or whatever,
Sure.
We'll go get the plants and then start working on the mounds.
This is where
Kind of a
typically
family
someone
thing.
goes, remember when it snowed on Mother's Day? Go ahead.
Well, there was that.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. that was upwards of 6 inches.
That's usually what comes rolling around. Remember when it snowed on Mother's Day?
Yes.
Golly, terrible. Hey, it's great to bring George back onto the show. George Powers was
great to
also
be
a
here.
guest host when Steve is on his 356th sabbatical vacation for the year. He's the owner of Powers Accounting and Payroll Made Simple. And you do make it simple.
We try to make it simple. We're not just a program. We got people behind it.
Do you take a breath now that, I guess tax season is over, right?
In some ways, it's over. It's the craziness of it, and the 7 days a week work is over. But we get behind on things, so there's a lot of catching up to do here in the last couple weeks, and a lot of weird notices coming from government these days. So
really? What do you mean by that?
People that paid their taxes getting notices that they can't direct deposit their refund. And just got a notice from a client that said, we can't give you your refund because we already gave you your refund, which is like, why did you send this? Right. There's some just strange things going on.
Where does that dysfunctionality come from?
The government.
It's the government. What was I saying?
Yes.
I'm from the government. I'm here to help you.
Right, yeah.
Run.
Yeah.
But is that because of the transition from what the administration before and people not doing things the way they want to?
More federal or state?
It's a little bit of both. So, I can't say, I can't blame it on the administration or anything. It's just,
it's just,
it's usually the tax departments that deal with that stuff.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just some strangeness I haven't quite figured out yet.
But small businesses don't. Yes, there's April 15th, but you're kind of paying tax every day, every month. You got quarterlies or monthlies. You got sales tax. You got payroll tax. You got deduct.
Always something to do.
It's always something to do.
Yeah.
Right?
When my wife came to help out for a little bit, and we had someone that passed away in the business. That's one of the things she said. She said, this was a number of years back. She said, there is something due every month. Yeah, yeah, there is. There's always something.
And you're more than just taxes, and I like to let people know
He's a heck of a golfer, Tom.
Well,
not that.
I don't know about that. But,
not that.
But he's more than taxes. He's more about small business, and this past week was Small Business Week.
Yeah. I always think taxes is like the punctuation on the end of a sentence. It shouldn't be a surprise. There really shouldn't be, if you're in business, there shouldn't be, oh my gosh, I owe a whole lot of taxes on April 15th or March 15th. It should be something you should know about. And I've told people they owe lots of taxes at tax time before, and it's kind of like, I haven't figured that was right. Okay, you told me that, but I was hoping it was going to change.
Yeah.
So the taxes, and at this point in time, what we're doing now after tax season, we're kind of getting things rolling again. We're starting our mid-year meetings with our monthly clients, starting to have conversations with them. How's their business been this year? Where do they think it's going to go? Is there anything we need to do for tax planning? Early tax planning. Obviously, it's still far away before we have to do anything off. But we get the process started.
Do you find people moving from New York State because of taxes, or
yes.
You do?
I think some of my more well-to-do clients have been moving out of New York State. A lot of people do want to move out of New York State. If you're a depending on how much income you make. New York State is not bad for most retirees for tax purposes. Social Security is not taxable in New York. The first $20,000 of any pension is not taxable in New York State. If you happen to be, a federal or state pension, all that's tax-free to New York. So New York is not a bad place for retirees. It's the regular income, and it's not even income tax itself is not bad. The problem in New York State is they tax everything. You got income tax that's comparable to most states. Real estate taxes that is way higher than most states.
Yeah.
Sales tax, every time you turn around, there's a tax. And that's the issue with New York is not any one of them. It just gets you so many different places.
So when it all ends up, if somebody's going to retire or something, they're like, you know what? We could get another $30,000 by moving south of the border somewhere.
Usually not that much, but yeah, and it's also warmer as well. You guys can probably appreciate. As you get older, the cold seeps in a little bit more. So there is really does. Well. But a big thing though that we're looking for now is we are looking to hire another accounting manager, a person that would work directly with our clients, do taxes, provide the advice and the counseling and the support for them. So if anybody's out there thinking they have some tax, we need people with tax experience. At least at a starting point. We will help do some training, but we need to have a base. So if anybody out there is looking to make a change to help support the local small business owners, I'd love to talk to them.
Yeah, and talk payroll for a minute. I know you do that, and I just we get a statement from our payroll company, which is you guys, and it shows what's there. Are there people still trying to do their own payroll?
There are some. We just got a call today from someone that's tired of doing their own payroll.
Why would they do this? Is it a control thing?
Well, there's a lot of software out there that will do it. And anymore, a lot of the big boys are just software packages. So they do it themselves, but they got to set it up right. So I have gone in and looked at a number of clients that, you try to balance out the payrolls at the end of the year to do their taxes and say something's not right. Well, they set up income things that didn't have taxes taken out of them because they didn't really know what they were doing when they set it up.
Right.
The setting up, the talking, that's what we do differently in payroll. We also offer the advice. Now, clients may decide not to take it, but, clients pay their people 45 hours. Well, there should be 5 hours of overtime there. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. They may decide not to do it. That's their choice, but we try to counsel them on the right things to do. They want to hire somebody a certain way. We tell them, that's technically not the correct way. They should do it a little bit differently. We do have world-class software behind our people, but I've always figured it's people doing business with people. That's the thing that we really try to lean into, both with the accounting and with the payroll side. The counseling just comes with what we do.
Have you run into many businesses, new businesses that do business strictly online?
Oh, yeah.
And are there different tax ramifications for online businesses? Or is it that people who, like during the COVID time, who got into businesses online, wanted to sell online, don't really understand how business works and they don't pay their taxes and things
a lot of times people start small and don't understand what's going, but as they grow, they kind of understand and learn. And online business, well, usually you're actually physically someplace. And if you sell everything over the internet, that's one thing. You have to worry about sales tax in other states because every state has a different law for sales tax. And if you're big enough, you have to file sales tax returns in other states. So
and what about internationally? Because some people, like I know that we were doing some books online, and we have people in England buying our books.
Yeah, you can sell them. We don't have to worry about sales tax there. At least you're okay there. You just send it out. You still owe taxes here, but you can send it out over there. That's not as big a problem. But there is a lot going on with the online, and these days we have a lot of small business owners that hire people that are fully virtual out of state, and there's potential issues, both potentially income tax and certainly payroll-wise, of the virtual employees that are out in New York.
But those are questions you ask and get answers to, so it's done right.
Yeah, those are the things that we.
Because I wouldn't know. Tom would know.
That's why we're here.
Don't.
Well,
we're here. You would not know it. We're here to ask questions, and we have a lot of clients that ask us to do things, and we ask them why, because there's sometimes better ways of doing it.
George Powers, the owner of Powers Accounting. And what's that other thing?
Payroll Made Simple.
Payroll Made Simple. You can go to gpowers.com and connect with George. Maybe have some questions. Thanks for joining us, Mr.
Thanks for
George.
having me.